Seneca Nation. Let's ride.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of High School Football right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, heart of Ohio sports. You are tuned in for the pregame show brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. We are live here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium for a Saturday night football edition right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins on the call with Tommy Hall. We've got the wizard Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, Connor Roush on the main cam, Austin Rodriguez down on the sidelines with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as she's running our action cam tonight. We have a packed house here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium for this SBC rivalry matchup between Tiffin Calvert and the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. Once again, Tommy, we've got about 2.5 minutes before we get this one started here, but this is one of those matchups, Tommy, where you can say, Calvert's 4-0, Gibsonburg's 1-3. You can throw those out the window. Doesn't matter tonight, right?
Oh, absolutely. As there's a lot of history with this between these two programs. We even look at the picture now with Tiffin Calvert under the direction of Coach Steve Reeser. Was a coach from Gibsonburg from 2010 to 2017, taking them from 0-10 record in 2010 to 3 straight playoff appearances in his final seasons before coming over to the Tiffin Calvert Senecas when they were in need of a new head coach and a new look. And Coach Steve Reeser, that's what he does, is he leaves an imprint, a lasting imprint, and that lasting imprint over the last couple of seasons now for the Senecas have equated into being state ranked, and Gibsonburg on the other end of things coming into tonight's matchup at 1-3, looking to upend and play spoiler on the road against state-ranked Calvert.
Of course, Gibsonburg comes into this one, you said, at 1-3. They lost to Ottawa Hills in week 1, who is now 4-1 after their win last night. Seneca East, they picked up a win 12-8 in week 2, and then they lost to Edison, who's now 5-0 by a score of 42-6. And then last week they hung with Hopewell Loudon pretty good,
well,
Tommy.
I was going to say
26-7 was the final there, but they kept in that one all the way until the third quarter.
If you didn't get a chance to tune into the coach's corner, we had Coach White on the program. Nate, this Gibsonburg team, they're trying to find an answer for the loss of their huge running back from last year, and Connor. I can't remember his last name.
Connor Smith.
Connor Smith, who, again, was so influential on the way this offense runs that Gibsonburg really, through the first couple matchups here to kick off this 23 campaign, haven't really found their footing, haven't really found their chemistry or identity. And these state-ranked opponents that they keep running into don't do them any favors. But, I mean, that's what you got to do if you want to get the computer points and get into the playoffs around this area.
Well, we're just about ready to get started here as the opening kickoff brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Tiffin Calvert ready to kick this one off as the Golden Bears are back deep to return. Jacob Rumback kicks this one deep, and it goes through the end zone for a touchback. And so Gibsonburg will start out at their own 25-yard line, and we'll get a first look at this Gibsonburg Golden Bears offense. Now, Coach Wyatt, when we talked with him at the Coach's Corner on Tuesday, he said, the offense is still a work in progress. There's a lot of young starters on this offense, 4 freshman starters on this offensive unit. But he did say that the strength of this team would probably be the defense, but this offense really has started to turn a corner in this last week or so. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're able to do here tonight. Camden Mooney at the quarterback position for the Golden Bears. Junior quarterback. Turns around, a handoff goes to the fullback and a short gain for maybe a yard, actually back to the line of scrimmage there for Grant Smith, younger brother of who?
Connor Smith.
Connor Smith.
Well, these Golden Bears have run 148 times for 495 yards and 5 scores, trying to get a little bit of identity with that run game as we talked about, Nate. But, again, they also have a little bit of success through the air. Camden Moody, 7 of 12 for passing for just 76 yards. Just this team trying to figure it out early here. And I guess if there's a high point, you talk about that defense. holding Hopewell out into just 26 as they run the counter here.
And nice job by that Calvert defense, reading their keys there. And they limit Smith. Actually, that was Reese Walby on the carry. Just a short gain, maybe a yard. They'll come up with 3rd and 8 here for the Golden Bears. So this is what you want. If you're Calvert's defense, you want to force them into these 3rd and long situations because this offense really isn't built to throw the ball down the field, Tommy.
Yeah, and I always think about how these Coach Wyant teams of the past have been high-powered offenses. So when I was walking up the stairs here at beautiful Frost-Kalnow Stadium, I heard that Calvert won the coin toss and elected to defer to the half, and I was sitting there like, ooh, that's a bold move, Cotton.
Let's see if it pays off. Fake the handoff. Mooney rolls to his left, gets it out, and it's incomplete. He had Grant Smith there in the flat, but just overthrows his intended receiver.
And that big blue wrecking crew does its job to force a 3-and-out here to start this one from Frost-Kalnow. 10:38 remaining, Nate. Man, this is going to be a fun one.
Absolutely. All right, well, after this punt, we'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. He's down there with Austin Rodriguez. We'll check in with him and check in for the weather report. Of course, weather report brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Ink. That punt blocked. Calvert tries to pick it up, but they do recover at the 8-yard line, so the Senecas will take over there as John Schumacher jumps on the ball right at the 8-yard line, and that's big time for this Tiffin Calvert Senecas team because, you know, I was talking to somebody off the air, and I said if they get up early, they could put this one away early, but if it's close at halftime, that's not what you want to see, but this is big time right here for Tiffin Calvert. Excellent field position to start this first drive.
Well, like my lazy Amazon driver, doesn't quite leave it at the doorstep of the Calvert Senecas, but puts them in scoring position nonetheless to start this drive for the Senecas.
A little bit of a shotgun look. Pistol set here for the Senecas. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers off to the right. That's Klaus and Godfrey. Handoff, Cal Warnament looks for the outside, cuts it back inside, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Cal Warnament plunges in from 8 yards out, and the Senecas are on the board with 10:24 left here in the first quarter.
Oh, what was that? You had a fusion dance graphic there? Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Man, that was just picture perfect. Almost about the picture-perfect night that we have here at Frost-Kalnow as we throw it down to
gorgeous.
Eric.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as we got the point after attempt, and then we'll check in with him right after that.
Interior defense
Look at that
bites
replay.
on the fake by the QB, and Warnament able to find the edge, and Calvert now.
And Lucius unable to convert that point after attempt there. But it's 6-0 Tiffin Calvert. Nice start there for the Senecas offense. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. He's down there with Austin Rodriguez. And I almost turned up the phone volume there. He's got a regular mic tonight. How's it going, Eric?
It's going, man. The good luck charm continues with you sending it down to me. You said you were going to send it, and there's a blocked punt. So we continue from last week, man. That's awesome.
Eric,
Picking up where we left off.
look at the camera, Eric. Talk to the audience here.
Well, let's check in with that weather report. How's it down there, man? I mean, it looks beautiful out here.
It is a beautiful day out here, man. We still got 76 degrees, but as the sun goes down, that temperature is going to drop, so you might want to bring a little long sleeve out here as the sun goes down.
As you're standing there in a T-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good to go.
All right, thanks again, Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, bringing you the weather report brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Ink. Tiffin Calvert set to kick off here with a 6-0 lead. They came up with a big stop on defense, a 3-and-out, and then a blocked punt, which they recovered at the 8-yard line and punched in on the next play. And they lead 6-0. Run back with the kickoff, fielded by Morant at the 15 to the 20 to the 22. And that's where he's going to be brought down.
And I got to give you credit, and our friend Josh Morgan, who covers local area athletics, both in print and online for us at the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer. Man, I did some prep work for tonight's game, and it was all founded right there on our own website at my fingertips. And I also got to be in touch with the score stream to keep up with local area athletic scores in our coverage area. And
I think that's Tommy. He's on 4.
Okay, sorry.
And I couldn't say enough about the work Josh Morgan did getting me prepped for this game tonight, right on HeartOfOhioSports.com.
Mooney slings it deep. It's complete, but he knocks it out of his hand. They're going to say he caught it, and he fumbled it out of bounds. I think he might have got 2 steps in,
I
though.
need a little wizard action here. Did we
Need
make
some
football
replay.
moves?
Let's see. We got our Carmies Barbecue and Grill replay cam here. Let's see. Did he get both feet down before the ball came out?
Beautiful roll.
That's a nice throw there by Mooney, too.
Yep.
1, 2. Yeah, that's pretty close. That was pretty close.
That's a good shot there by Austin on the
Great
sideline.
shot by Austin.
But even better, way to come across there from the backside of the play to make that tackle and also have the – look at that.
Handoff Grant Smith. He's got some running room. He's into the open field, and he's down inside the 40-yard line to the 37-yard line. That's a big gain there by Smith, as Grant Smith showing off a little bit of those moves. Tommy, you look at this roster. He's 5'9", 180 pounds as a freshman. That's about how big his brother was last year.
Oh, yeah. That's what you love about these underclassmen. They just got room to grow.
And this is a very talented team here. They got a lot of freshmen. It's a youthful team. Just 3 seniors on this squad for Gibsonburg, but a lot of youth and a lot of talent coming up through the wings here. Mooney fakes the pass and hands it off the left side, as that one goes to Antonio Salazar. He picks up about 3, up to about the 34-yard line. Take a moment after this play, and we'll thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, because, folks, we wouldn't be here without them. As Mooney settles under center, 2 backs in the backfield, they bring a man in motion. Now they're going to hand it off to the fullback, Smith. And he's got it up near the first down marker, down to about the 31, about the 29-yard
Man,
line.
looked like he almost slipped or lost his
I was
footing
going
there.
to say, I think
bit.
the 12th man was on the field there with the little turf monster.
Turf monster jumping up and biting him.
Man, everybody is just, especially out in Vegas, everyone's not a big fan of the turf right now.
Yeah, well, in high school, it makes sense. And when you get to the higher levels, it really doesn't. Like, if soccer players in Europe are saying that they need natural grass and everybody over there plays on natural grass, why can't we? And that's a first down run for Grant Smith, who comes up a little bit hobbled after the play. That's not what you want to see if you're Gibsonburg, because he's going to be a workhorse for you. Hopefully it's just a little bit of a tweak and he'll be all right. But either way, that would be a big loss for Gibsonburg if he were not to return.
Again, you talk about that family lineage. Grant Smith, 5'9", 180 pounds, real solid, real thick. As I like to say, built like a 1-in-1 Lego.
Handoff off the left side and stopped right there. Spencer Wagaman on the carry. Maybe about a 3-yard gain, about up to the 22-yard line.
Gibsonburg putting together a nice drive here, though, to answer back after, again, gifting the Senecas with the ball right at the doorstep on a blocked punt on that opening drive that went 3 and out. And so far, Gibsonburg putting together a drive.
Man in motion. Hand off to the motion man. Ooh. That's Reese Walby off the right side. He's got some running room, and he's got it up to about the first down marker. Yeah, they'll mark him down right at the first down at the 14-yard line. That moves the chains. That's a UIS Insurance and Investments first down. Of course, timeouts tonight brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. Our scoreboard, if we take a look around the area at the scores from last night, that'll be brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Our weather report was brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. Keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. Our player of the game will be brought to you by Little HUGO'S. And a handoff as Wagaman carries it forward for about a 4-yard gain up to the 10.
Wagaman, since coming in here, has done a nice job of attacking the gaps. This big blue wrecking crew, one of the things that defensive front does is they get that pressure right off the rip.
Yeah.
They come off the ball, but at the same time, it's like, all right, now if you over pursue, Gibsonburg is able to kind of almost get out in front of that with the speed that they did on the previous play, being able to find the edge. So, I mean, you just got to keep this defensive front guessing.
And they hand off Wagaman once again up the middle, and he's got a little bit of running room. He's going to be close to the first down. They'll mark him down at the 5, and they need to get it to about the 4.5 to pick up the first. So it's going to be 3rd and short for the Golden Bears. Of course, instant replays tonight brought to you by Carmies Barbecue and Grill, and our opening kickoff was presented by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Our pregame show was brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant, halftime show presented by Buckeye IT, and our postgame show presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Man in motion, Mooney, handoff, Wagaman up the middle. He's got some running room. He's got it down, and he's got the first down to the 2-yard line. As Spencer Wagaman picking up where
just
Smith left off. And these are the kind of methodical drives that we're used to seeing out of this Gibsonburg Golden Bears offense.
Like we talked about at the top of the program, coming in tonight 1-3. It's not like these guys have been, doing the job like a bunch of jabronis. These guys have been facing caliber, high-quality opponents.
All three of their losses come to a combined 14-1 opponents. And that one, little bush push there as they get him into the end zone. Touchdown for Gibsonburg. Golden Bears plunge it in from about 2 yards out.
That. Golden Bears tearing up the 100-acre wood here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium to put some points on the board. Potent run attack on that drive.
Now here is a young man who we remember from last year who kicked the game-winning field goal against Margaretta, Cole Owens, on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it's no good.
Ooh, I think it was right, maybe?
Ooh, the pressure might have caused that to go right as it goes off of the crossbar, off of the upright. And no good on the extra point attempt. It'll keep it tied at 6 apiece. 5:34 left to play here in the first quarter. Look at the pressure by Schumacher there as he comes in off the right side, forces him to push that one to the right. And I think he just hurried his motion on that one. That's what caused the miss. But nevertheless, it's tied at 6 apiece. We'll take a moment and thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here, right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Thanks to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, CARMIES Barbecue and Grill, Circle H Tire, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, and Pit Stop. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, it's a home game for Tiffin Calvert, so CARMIES Barbecue and Grill on the sponsor list. Sponsor in the press box, too, as they came through with some really good pulled chicken wraps up here. Man, those were yummy, yummy.
Oh, and the Italian.
Did you get a hot Italian? Oh, yeah. Austin recommended the pulled chicken, and it was phenomenal. And, of course, everything is better with a Maryland cookie. You know. And Spencer Wagaman will kick it off, and this will be fielded by the Senecas at the 33 as John Schumacher brings it back for about a 4-yard return up to the 38. Oh, when's the last time you've been out to XCARET Mexican Restaurant, folks? I think you need to do yourself a favor. Go on out. Check out their new look menu as they got some delicious new items. You just got to try them for yourself. I can tell you all about them, but you got to try them. Gather your friends. Go get some queso. You deserve it. Treat yourself to the best at XCARET Mexican Restaurant located in the Tiffin Mall. Senecas get set to start this drive tied at 6 apiece as Harrison Schultz hands off the left side. That's Cal Warnament on the carry. Picks up about 2. Antonio Salazar on the stop.
Nice job on the sideline cam there as they pick up the dribble.
Yeah.
Off the turf there. Man, they're hitting hard down there. This, again, we talk about a kind of a rivalry that has really formed over the last couple of years as both these teams need all the points they can get from each other when it comes towards the postseason.
Schultz slings it over the middle. It's tipped. Oh, and Carter Wolf almost came down with that off the tip. But I tell you what, that defensive line doing a good job up front there as they knew they weren't going to get to the quarterback. They just put the big paws up there and knocked that one down.
Man, that could have won the Hoosy for the play of the year.
The Hoosy. I like that.
We'll keep you up to date on that.
Oh, man, I really thought he grabbed that one.
Almost. Nearly had it. But now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 8 at the 40-yard line. He'd get it to the 48. Schultz back to pass, steps up, slings it down the field. He's got Klaus down at the 20, and right through his hands. That was actually Rumback, the intended receiver, as Jacob Rumback had a step on his man, but just overthrows the intended receiver there, right outside the extended reach of Jacob Rumback.
Well, look at this job by the Gibsonburg defense, though, forcing the 3 and out.
Nice job there by Aiden Morant, step for step with him.
Especially after a scoring drive. Can't ask for much else out of your defense, your offense. Now we got to get special teams on board.
Kickoff. That's a punt.
Talk about getting your special teams on board. This one's going to take a nice Calvert roll.
About the 7-yard line. Nice job by that Calvert special teams unit. Jacob Rumback has really done an excellent job at the punter position here this year. Kind of an unsung hero, as he plays a lot of different roles here. He's the kickoff specialist. He's the punter. He's a receiver. He's a running back. He plays a little bit of defensive back, some safety. I mean, he is a, what do we call those, Swiss Army knife?
Well, Rumback, again, he just deflates quarterbacks on the sidelines when he gets those punts down. Because, the 7. Anytime you start a drive from behind the 20, you lessen your chance by 7% of being able to score on that drive.
That's right. And they're at the 7-yard line. Camden Mooney under center. 2 backs in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off. This one's going to Wagaman as he gets it forward to maybe a yard gain. Actually, they'll say he's right at the line of scrimmage. So, no, they gave him a yard. Okay, so 2nd and 9 coming up.
Man, those cookies are looking extra stuffed today.
Oh, they are. They're
looks like 2 cookies thick. Right
those are those are some thick boys.
Hey, eyes on the engineering board there.
I got my eyes on the prize for sure. Right Give me them cookies.
Gibsonburg has their eyes on the prize as they're trying to build off the momentum after a scoring drive on their last offensive series and then a 3 and out on defense. Look at this. Ooh.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds.
Actually, my bad. That is Reese Walby.
Our sideline guy's a little too far out of range if he's trying to say anything.
I can see on the camera here. I don't think he's trying to say that. It's just picking up when he's in and out there, Yeah,
because I think today, if they're going to want to talk, he's going to have to be somewhere past the 30. Like inside the 30s is probably going to be where it's going to work the best for that microphone. But
yeah, it was working real good when we sent it down to him last time.
Oh, yeah.
So wherever you were standing at that time, Eric, it's beautiful.
Sweet spot. Sweet spot. Golden Bears have it 3rd and 10 at the 6-yard line. Mooney's going to drop back to pass. Hit as he throws. Gets it away, and Wagaman, they're going to say it hit the ground.
It looked like it.
Yeah, he grabbed that one off the turf.
Let's see if we got that on here.
Boy, Spencer Wagaman is a, you want to talk about a 1x1 Lego brick? 5'11", 215. Good Lord.
I was going to say that was very close. I was like, I don't know if he got underneath that one.
So hard to tell.
Close.
That's why the officials make those calls.
I think it hit the ground just barely though.
So Spencer Wagaman stands in his own end zone to punt it away, and he does get it away. Godfrey fields it at the 40 to the 35 to the 30, cuts back to the 25, spin move to the 25, and he's down right there. Nice job there by Jameson Godfrey on the return. Picks up about 15 on the return. That is, I think it's Dash Sutter on the tackle there for Gibsonburg. Tied at 6 apiece. Senecas take over at the Golden Bear 26-yard line. Boy, 2 out of their 3 offensive possessions have started inside Golden Bear territory. Last time they punched it in on 1 play. Let's see what they do here. 4 receivers set, 2 receivers stacked on each side of the formation. They're going to hand off, Warnament, and the defense right there to make the stop as they didn't get much blocking up front on that one.
Even against a high-caliber offense that can drive on you, that's why each phase of the game becomes all that much more important, especially when you play talented teams like Calvert, where, again, you don't want to give them any favors. You want to win the field position battle against good teams because, again, you're going to need every chance and every yard you can on your side And putting yourself behind the 8 ball doesn't do any favors for you, as Schultz in the gun.
Slings it. Klaus, the intended receiver, but boy, that's the second receiver who's had a drop pass here today, as Schultz put it right on him.
And now it's another 3rd and distance situation for the Senecas. They were gifted great field position. They're a nice stand by the defense.
In the shotgun, Schultz back to pass. Loads it up. He's going for Klaus in the back of the end zone. Touchdown! Tiffin Calvert. What a catch by Billy Klaus. But hold on. There's some laundry. They're going to say maybe he pushed off. Yeah, I think that's going to be the call. A little bit of a push off on Klaus there. Let's see what the flag is. What a catch by Klaus, though. But they're going to back him up.
Even if it don't count, let's just watch that again. It was still nice.
Oh, yeah, crispy boy.
What a throw. Like a bag right at the back.
I mean,
you couldn't place that better. Yeah.
Well, look, if the best way to describe the way Harrison Schultz throw isn't pretty, it's rugged. Ruggeds can still be good looking to some, but as long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Schultz back to pass, loads it up, going over the middle. He's got run back right at the first down marker, but broken up on the play by Reese Walby.
Now that throw from get-go is rugged as iron. That's not a good throw. It looks like
that throw wears Wrangler jeans.
Hey, watch this, though. Schultz, it seems like it gets out of his hand a little bit, a little wobble on the throw.
And the defender just gets in there and breaks it up at the last second.
Is this 4 down? They are going to punt, try to pin the Golden Bears again.
Just probably because it's 21 to go. It's a lot of yards to make up.
Dude, muffs it.
And the Senecas might have it. I think they do. Tiffin Calvert recovers the ball at the 10-yard line. And Walby,
watch that,
who came up with that big play,
tried to fair catch it and he didn't bring it in, though.
Just couldn't bring it in.
Just lost it and it got behind him.
And, boy, I'll tell you, was that Billy Klaus that fell on top of that? He was right on top of it.
I don't think it was Klaus. I'm not sure, though.
Whoever was, they were right on top of it.
Self-inflicted wounds by the Golden Bears. Once again, set up shop for the Senecas. Right in the red zone here.
Schultz back to pass. Pressure.
On the run!
And he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Big stop there by Dash Sutter.
I tell you something, folks. One of the things that they don't tell you is they don't size these kids for their jerseys. When you see a lot of, as the numbers grow, so do the boys that wear them. And when you see this front that has a majority of 7s in the front there in their jersey on both sides of the ball, you can look there and see exactly the size that both these teams are playing with down there in the trenches. So that, man, this one has just been a slugfest throughout these first 12 minutes.
We're down to 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Still tied at 6 apiece between Tiffin Calvert and Gibsonburg. Harrison Schultz in the shotgun, little pistol formation here. Pitch out to Runback on the left side. They got some running room. Runback runs over the defender and out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And that's what they need to see a little bit more of right there. Let's get that running game going so you can set up some of these passes.
Well, again, you get past that first level. It's up to that secondary to read on their keys and get to the ball. And that time, arm tackle wasn't going to do it or bring down a back.
So a gain of 17, but it's still a 3rd and 4 as they had to gain back about 11 yards off the sack. But now a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 4. Schultz in the pistol set. Hand off, run back, cuts it inside. He's got it down to the 2-yard line. They'll say it's right at the first down marker. We'll see if they move the chains here. No, they're going to say 4th down. 4th down, all right. I think he said his knee was down at the 2, or the ball was at the 2 when his knee went down, one or the other, because it looked like he stretched out to the 1, but I think they got him where his knee was down. So 4th and 1. Offense stays on the field. Big time down and distance here for Tiffin Calvert. Power formation here. Pitch out, run back, left side, plunges into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Senecas punch it in on 4th and 1. 1:01 left here in the first quarter. And that's what you need, Tommy. Got to take advantage of that good field position. They had the ball at their own 11-yard line, or at the Gibsonburg 11-yard line. Short work to make that happen, but, you know, they did back up a little bit on that sack. So they get it back.
The Senecas, they're going to take advantage of those situations. They're not going to feel sorry for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears for these miscues that have caused the Senecas.
Pitch out to Warnament. They're going for 2, and it's in. The 2-point conversion is good, and Tiffin Calvert takes an 8-point lead, 14-6, with 1:01 left here in the first.
Again, as sympathetic as a get-well card from an undertaker, these Senecas are going to take advantage of those situations that Gibsonburg has caused themselves to where you can't continue to fall behind against a high-caliber state-ranked opponent like the Senecas. I like what I see out of the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. On both sides of the ball, it's this field position battle that really have been the difference maker here tonight. And Calvert, they're just capitalizing off the good fortune.
And that's what you got to do. You got to take advantage of it. And so Tiffin Calvert, now they got to come out on defense and figure out a way to stop this Golden Bear offense, because they gave up a touchdown. And then Gibsonburg actually forced a punt on the last Calvert possession before that one, but they muffed the punt, unable to convert, unable to take advantage of the defensive stop.
That's what I said. It's just like you're just waiting for these Gibsonburg Golden Bears like shake those week 1 type of miscues.
Yeah. And that's the young team, Tommy. You got 9 starting freshmen on that offensive unit.
Oh, that's a great point, Nate.
Morant's going to watch this one roll, and it goes out of bounds.
Oh,
boy, he waited.
Yeah, no, you know it was going to happen. I was hoping it was going to roll down there and be one of those perfect type of.
So a flag on the play. Illegal procedure on the kicking team will mark the ball at the 35-yard line for Gibsonburg. So probably some of their best starting field position of the game here.
I've probably heard illegal procedure on the kicking team more in my life than any other phrase, especially in my youth when you first start playing video game football. I was like, where have I heard that before? Oh, yeah. Trying to get that meter to fall.
I think Eric might actually have an update on Grant Smith. We'll check in with him after this play as handoff to the left side. Antonio Salazar on the carry, 3-yard gain. Eric, you got an update for me on Grant Smith? Remember, turn towards the press box when you talk. We'll check in with him in a minute. I don't think he can hear us.
For some reason.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us, so we'll check in with him in just a minute.
I think he's getting himself in position.
All right, we'll check in with him after this play, as it's 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 37. Handoff, Salazar once again on the carry.
Look at that. Open
what
lane.
A bruising run by Antonio Salazar. He gets it up to midfield. And a 1st down for Gibsonburg. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall. Eric, you got an update for us on Grant Smith?
1st down. Well, I haven't talked to anybody, but I've been watching him over here the last couple of series. He hasn't put his helmet back on. He's had the trainer working on his knee a little bit. But he's trying to do some cuts and stuff, but he hasn't been in the last 2 series. I'm not sure we're going to see him again this game.
All right, there you have it. There's our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, bringing us the latest on Grant Smith. And that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Tiffin Calvert 14, Gibsonburg 6. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, and we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. We got the Wizard Greg Kinn on the ones and twos, Connor Roush on the main cam, and Austin Rodriguez with Eric Hall down on the sidelines running our action cam. Handoff off the left side to Salazar. He's got some running room, maybe a couple yards, about 3 yards up to the 47-yard line, but they're inside Calvert territory now with that carry.
Even the loaded box still allowed the Gibsonburg Golden Bears to roll on for 3 yards. And again, it's like I said, these Golden Bears, this offense can put together drives.
I mean, we've been covering the Golden Bears for a few seasons now, and they're always just a pleasure to watch. Just a fun team to watch. We like that grinding style.
Oh, look at that counter.
Reese Walby on the carry.
Wow.
Nice cut back there. That reminded me of Nick Chubb a little bit. The way he kind of was hesitating in the backfield, and then that one cut gone.
They waited for that
combination of patience.
Waited for that defensive end to get cleaned up or get closed out on the end. And then your option there, Nate, is if the pulling tackle hasn't went up and picked up that linebacker, you can either bounce it to the outside or cut it up that C gap or that B gap there. And that's exactly what the running back decided to do there, Salazar. Nice job following your blocks, following the plays. That's how those counters and traps develop.
I love that insight there, Tommy. 3rd down and 4. Mooney, handoff.
There's the counter again.
Reese Walby on the carry. He's got the 1st down up to the 40-yard line.
Greg, can I get a replay of the way that these Gibsonburg Golden Bears, these counter and traps, the way that they run them? You look at a guy like
angle blocking,
Sam
Tommy
Hansen, number 70, the captain. You follow the big hog molly right there, number 70. Look, going up to the second level.
Following him right to the 1st down.
That's right.
Picking up those nosy defensive backs. Gosh, I love when those defensive backs try to stick their nose up there. Get cleaned up.
Walby once again on the carry. This time, defense is there to meet him at the edge.
They call that play dead, or what's going on?
I don't know. It
just seemed like an action just stopped there.
I feel like they wait a little bit longer for those plays before they blow the whistle, because I felt a couple years ago they were blowing them way too quick.
It's kind of almost like a scrum where they're not finished fighting for the yards there, and they want to make sure that they really are stopped.
Yes.
You know? These kind of teams, these ground and pound teams, man, that's the way you got to let them play.
Mooney drops back, throws it down the field. Runback with the pick at the 10-yard line. Jacob Runback looking to set up blocks for the return here as he's got it to the 22.
Another miss.
Breaks a tackle to the 25. Runback carries it forward to the 30-yard line. A 20-yard return on the pick.
Felt like I was trying to return a purse there. Miss. There you go.
Miss.
No, seriously, miss.
Look at that. Runback on the big pick. Arm tackles aren't going to cut it here.
Luke Foster, the tight end, the intended receiver there.
Look at that.
He's like, get off.
Stiff arm.
Get
Stiff
off.
arm.
I'm going to keep his legs
Cut
churning.
back.
Keep those legs churning.
Oh!
That's Mooney's first interception on the season that he's thrown.
I think Connor Moore is going to need some.
Third pass that he's thrown.
It's about his 15th pass on the season, yeah.
I think Connor Moore is going to need some extra syrup for them pancakes.
Schultz loads it up down the right sideline, going for Schumacher. Oh, what an attempt.
Goodness.
He nearly came up with that one.
Wow.
Well, I tell you what, man.
Have you ever heard a louder?
What an effort.
Unison press box just. Whoa.
What an attempt at that one. That one would have been a Sports Center top 10 highlight right there.
Let's watch it A for effort here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Like,
Big time effort there by John Schumacher.
Can't thank CARMIES Barbecue and Grill enough for being our replay presenting sponsor here tonight.
That's why you get all the good replays here tonight, even though the catches that didn't really count. We're still going to give them to you. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, look at him go up and just try to high point that one. What an effort. Handoff. Warnament, as he's got it up to the 35, about the 38-yard line is where he'll be brought down. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Senecas. That's what you need right there. 2nd down and 10, you pick up 8, set your offense up with a 3rd and manageable. Of course, Harrison Schultz, 3rd in the SBC River in passing yardage so far with 649 coming into tonight's game. Schultz in the shotgun, 3 receivers off to the left. Handoff. And that's Warnament once again. He's got the 1st down, and he's got a couple more yards up to about the 47-yard line. Nice run there by Cal Warnament.
Nice camera work on that.
And another UIS Insurance and Investments 1st down.
Oh, this stuff's so distracting.
You got the screen in front of you now.
Yeah, I got the monitor in front of me, and I'm getting entrenched in just this quality, this game between these two teams that I love watching,
like you're
and
watching
covering year in and year out. You can't ask for a better night of football on Saturday night's edition of Heart of Ohio Sports.
Oh, Rumback tripped up in the
down.
backfield.
Ain't gonna eat.
Spencer Wagaman with the stop. Ain't gonna eat. I like that.
8 done 8. 8 done 8. Wagaman, he's just been so impactful on both sides of the ball here tonight.
Playing that defensive line position. 4-man front for the Golden Bears here. Shotgun set. They show blitz. They bring 5. Schultz steps up, delivers it out to the right. That's Carter Wolf on the reception, but a short gain.
Feeds Carter Wolf to the Wolves, and he just dumps that pass off under pressure here.
Wolf takes a shot to the back there as he came up with that one. Oh, look at that sideline cam. Such a crispy shot.
Nothing like picking up signals.
Let's calm down, Bakey.
I'm a Rangers fan, not an Astros fan.
3rd down and long here. Pistol formation for the Senecas. 1 receiver out to the left.
5-man front for the Bears.
And Rumback is going to keep it off the right side. He's got some running room to the 30-yard line is where he'll be brought down.
Now, here's
and
what
a nice gain there on 3rd and 8, Tommy.
I hate the Gibsonburg Golden Bears on that side overloaded the weak side of where they knew the play was going to where, again, they brought a blitzing back. That's the back you need to come across and make that play, and that's the reason why the Senecas, on a run, are able to convert on 3rd and 8. Goodness.
1st and 10, Calvert. Ball at the 30-yard line. I'll say it's at the 31. Shotgun set, 3 receivers off to the left, 1 man in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Now Schultz going to keep it up the middle. He's got running room, and he's down to about the 21-yard line. Should be good enough to move the chains here. That is indeed another UIS Insurance and Investments 1st down.
I'll tell you, the Golden Bears may have Wogman, but that was some Wiggleman right there. Scoot.
Yeah, some wiggle, man.
Those shifty hips cutting in and out of there. You like that? You like to see that.
Shotgun set, pistol formation. They're going to hand it off the motion to Schumacher. Up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. John Schumacher on the running attempt from 21 yards out. And that is a 20-6 lead for Tiffin Calvert with 6:01 left here in the first half. And for Schumacher, that is his 2nd touchdown on the year, but his 1st rushing touchdown, as he did have 1 receiving earlier, but that's his 1st rushing touchdown on the year.
That was just a good run right there. He's heading left. He sees the hole. He's like, hey, I'm just going to scoot on through here. Give me
That should be an offsides on the defense there. Yeah, encroachment. They'll say he was in the neutral zone. That's why they call the play dead there.
What do you think, Greggy?
And you don't want to move it really any further closer because then you got to get the ball up higher. So that's why they declined the penalty there. I learned that lesson in week 1, I think, when we talked about this.
Arch that kick up high.
Yeah. Cam Lucius on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And the Senecas take a 21-6 lead with 6:01 remaining here in the first half.
Double duty?
Huh?
Greggy do double duty?
Oh, Greggy always doing double duty. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. He's done a great job keeping us on the air live and paywall free. Nate, go ahead and thank our sponsors who, again, bring this game to you live and paywall free.
Absolutely. We want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, CARMIES Barbecue and Grill, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, and Pit Stop. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And what a beautiful night for football here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium as the Senecas lead 21-6. Getting set to kick this one off. Don't forget, tune into the Coach's Corner this Tuesday as we have Coach Scott Donaldson of the Heidelberg Student Princes.
It's amazing to see.
Fresh off the Bendo Bowl.
It's great to see some of this, these community-minded sponsors coming out, like Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital. Who,
Big time.
Do a tremendous job of treating these athletes and making sure that they're fit for game time situations and being able to go out there and get your team physical, stuff like that. So we can't thank them enough for caring about these athletes enough to also sponsor this. As 8,
Took a big old
Spencer
look
Wagaman on the return.
So, Nate, how was your boy feeling? Was he riding high after getting to play a couple plays last week?
Oh, absolutely. But then he went out and played most of the JV game the following day, and he must have messed his back up or something because he wasn't running right that day, and he was pretty upset with himself. So
carrying him to that huge victory that night.
yeah, had to take him to one of our former sponsors, Schubach Chiropractor, and Jolena did a really good job with him this week, getting him tuned up and ready for this week's game, which they'll be playing on Monday because obviously they usually play on Saturdays, but it's hard to play a JV game on the same day you have a varsity game. So they moved the game to Monday. They'll be playing that JV game this Monday. So you get a little bit of time to.
That's a good heads up to our Seneca faithful watching here tonight, knowing that, hey, that JV game, they're going to have it for you on Monday.
That's right.
So that's where you can find it.
And speaking of have it for you, we're working on some behind-the-scenes details on possibly covering our first soccer game. Tiffin Columbian girls soccer could be on the. Oh, that was. Did they say he was encroached?
There was some movement down there.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he got back.
I didn't see.
He wasn't even close to the lineman there. Usually encroachment means he's so close to the lineman that he can reach out and touch him, right? That's the encroachment aspect of it because you're in the neutral zone.
Listen, you better just calm down before Leno calls you up after this
Yep,
game.
he's going to be like, hey, this is really what it is.
Oh, goodness, I forgot he's open tonight.
Oh, you better believe he's probably going to be calling us in the postgame show. So, hey, guys, this is what really happened. And now we have Reese Walby, who was the man in motion, but I'm not sure what happened here.
He ran back there.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play as delay of game is going to be the call as I think there was some confusion between the sideline and the offensive unit as they were trying to figure out what the play call was.
They probably went to call a play and there was no motion and he ran and the coach was probably like, what are you guys doing?
Jeez, Pete. 2nd and 8, though. That completely flips your playbook.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Of course, head coach Joe Wyatt coming over from Eastwood, the Hall of Fame wrestling coach. Tommy, a 30-year wrestling coaching career.
If you want to know more about him and
Hey, look at that water boy.
And more about him and the Gibsonburg program, you can go back and watch the Coach's Corner from this past week.
That's right.
Had a nice interview with him and one of the other assistant coaches there, I believe.
Yeah, it was Grant Owens. No.
Yeah.
Glenn
Owens.
Glenn. I was going to
there
say
we
it was
go.
a G.
Glenn
Owens.
Owens.
I remember that.
See, and I almost called him Greg on the coach's corner, remember?
Yeah. That's why I was like, I know it's not Greg. It wasn't my name.
But that was a great interview. If you have a chance, go back and watch that. Find it on our Facebook or YouTube page. Search Heart of Ohio Sports Coach's Corner.
Did they end up getting a timeout in there? Is that what happened?
I think they did. I think they got a
I
timeout
noticed they didn't
before
make
the
the
delay
ball,
of game. So They don't get the penalty, but it is 2nd down and 3.
I tell you what, though, if the Gibsonburg Golden Bears are able to right the ship tonight, and again, they come in tonight 1-3, they win here tonight, the rest of their schedule looks very favorable to where they can end up being 7-3.
Well, and that's what Coach Wyatt was talking to me about. He says, you know, these first 5 weeks is going to be hard. Oh, look at that hit. What a hit.
Goodness.
Was that Xavier Terry? Oh, Xavier Kimmett, sorry. Here, I keep calling him Terry because Isaac told me that his nickname is Terry on the team because they have Terry, Barry, and Harry.
What about Terry, him in half right there? Goodness.
See here.
He had so much momentum. I mean, he was trying to find that edge there, and he was flying.
What a hit by Kimmett.
Ooh. Just the stops. Puts the brakes on him right there.
3rd down and 2. Handoff, Wagaman up the middle. Oh, he's going to be stood up right before he got to the 1st down marker.
Just short.
It's going to be about a yard short. Who came in on that stop there? There's a couple guys in there on the play. It was a big-time tackle.
You got a punt here.
Let's see.
I don't know, Tommy.
Let's see who came in on that one.
Your special teams hasn't been doing its job, but you cannot continue to allow Calvert to put themselves in great field position series after series, especially when you get them at the 20 or get them on a reasonable start to their drives. Your defense is able to go out there and do something.
And they're going to get a little bit of a push. And no!
I don't think
I don't think he got there.
No. He was definitely stopped.
And I'll tell you, Tommy, I don't think that's the right. With this defensive line, the size that they bring up front, Tommy,
that's a turnover.
You just don't have the size to match up with that to be able to get those close yardage situations. I mean, I think they tried to catch the defense off guard
here.
They
can't get that push against them.
And they just, there was no push up front.
It's like they might have had the initial, they might have fired off faster.
That's one of those plays where, again,
just,
you try to go out there with that hard count, try to draw them off sides, call the timeout, try to regroup, figure out what you want to do, because this is a crucial down, and with 3:24 remaining here in the first half, you can't take those timeouts with you. I know you might need them in your pocket, but this is a pocket moment.
4 receivers set. Schultz slings it out right side for Wolf. That's complete to the 45, to the 40, and he's going to be driven out of bounds right about the 39-yard line. And momentum kind of carried the defender into him there, Luke Foster.
Austin, can you move to the left? I mean, Austin, are you okay? Get out of the way.
We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this play, as we got about 3 minutes to go until halftime here.
Austin 3:16 says that's how long we got till half.
That's right.
that's how long we got till half.
Schultz in the shotgun. 4 receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. Handoff, Warnament hit in the backfield, spins out of a tackle.
No.
Oh, wow, look at this play.
No.
To the 25, to the 20,
No.
15, 10, 5, touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. And go figure, I said I was going to send it down to the sideline.
Wow.
And what a play by Cal Warnament.
Oh, my.
You want to talk about just extra effort?
Extra effort?
Wow.
Dead the rights in the backfield. Gibsonburg does a tremendous job.
Hit him with the old spin cycle.
Look at that. 4,
5.
right there in his face. And Warneman's able to cut.
Look at that block by Billy Klaus, too.
Second level.
Leading the way here.
He says,
Getting out in front, saying, get out of here.
Dodges one arm tackle, dodges another. And,
And again, the luck continues. Eric, we're just going to send it down to you every time they have the ball.
Yeah. Lucius kicks it through, and it is no good. No good. So 27-6 is your score. Now, let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's pretty juiced up after that one. What a play there.
Yeah,
And,
man.
hey, go figure.
Yeah, I expected something to happen as soon as you said you were going to send it down to me there. But I was getting ready to say that Calvert, as this game goes on, is starting to really find the hole in this running game, and that opened right up. Perfect timing. So
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there's a little bit of a history between these two teams, but, you know, where did that history come from, Eric? I mean, I know you know a little bit about this. We talked a little bit about off the air about this history here.
Yeah, I know Tommy talked about it a little bit in the pregame, but Coach Steve Reeser of the Calvert here, he used to be the coach of Gibsonburg. So I kind of expected Gibsonburg to maybe see what's coming a little bit, to see how that would play into this game. This started out well, but they're starting to pull away now. So
Steve Reeser historically has not had much success.
Thanks, Eric.
Against this Gibsonburg squad.
Yeah, I was going to say, has he had a win over Gibsonburg?
One. Got one since he's been here.
I mean, we're getting old. It's been a long time since he was
It's
over there at
crazy to think
Gibsonburg.
that he took over in 2017.
Ooh, are you kidding
It feels
me?
like just
Are you kidding me? Wow.
7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 years. Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it does seem like he's been here forever, but still.
Hop, skipping a jump as Wagaman on the return.
Up to about the 35. Of course, the year after he left, they went 10-0 and missed the playoffs. You remember that?
Oh, my goodness, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was,
I mean-
that was such a crazy season.
Oh,
That's why they're playing teams like Hopewell Loudon and
It's a-
again, they're not going to be denied. Yeah, never again.
27-6 is your score. Tiffin Calvert on top of Gibsonburg. Golden Bears start out at the 35-yard line. 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Make sure you stick around for the halftime show, brought to you by Buckeye IT Services. We'll have the marching band performances for both bands. So stick around. Hand off to Reese Walby off the right side. And he gets a couple yards, up to about the 38.
Again, just continue to work your offense and cut away at this deficit while you can, as he allowed a big score on that last drive by Calvert. The Senecas starting to pull away. You just got to relax there if you're Gibsonburg. Say it's going to be okay, cuh. You'll get through this, cuh.
Okay, cuh.
Okay, cuh. And put some points on the board before the half, and then put this first half behind you.
Walby on the handoff. Breaks a tackle. Carries it forward, and he's got the first down. Nice pickup there by Reese Walby. Walby came in tonight with he had 20 carries for 58 yards and a touchdown, averaging almost 3 yards a carry. Their leading rusher, Grant Smith, went out early in this one, and we have not seen him since. He came into this one 72 carries, 278 yards, and averaging about 4 yards a carry. So that's a big loss for this Gibsonburg Golden Bears offense if he's unable to come back. And a handoff. Walby once again on the carry, and another big hit. This one by Billy Klaus as he comes up and lays the wood.
You got to be mindful of where you're at. You start tiptoeing the sideline. Just go out of bounds. Stop that clock.
That's right. 1:30 left here in the first half. Ball at the 49. And, yeah, you're right, Tommy. That would have been a wiser play there just to go out of bounds, save some time. But
yeah, keep taking those stabs at it as opposed to in them.
And a handoff to Salazar off the left side, trying to find some running room.
Oh, so close, being able to possibly break that loose. But Sam Morgan with the stop there.
3rd down and 1 coming up here.
You hear it out there. The old bell tone.
There's a shot of Coach Joe Wyatt there on the sideline. 3rd and 1. Handoff. Wagaman.
To the big man.
Oh, he found a little crease there.
Wing action.
And look at him just bowling his way forward to the 34-yard line. That's another first down for Gibsonburg, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments.
Now stop the clock until they set the chains.
There's a timeout. Of course, timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll use this time to thank our sponsors.
Oh, okay. I was going to say we could use that.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Let's take a little. This is what we call a step away. We're going to step away for a break, but we'll keep the action on the field.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked in to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back. We'll step aside there, and it's a new little element we brought to the broadcast here. Just a way to keep our sponsors happy. Of course, Benchwarmers, our sponsor, main sponsor for the Coach's Corner every Tuesday, live at Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Come on out and join us this Tuesday, as once again we got Scott Donaldson on with us from Heidelberg. Had Joe Wyant on this past week. A little double reverse here, or reverse, I'm sorry, not a double, but oh, Salazar with the spin out of a tackle, and he's going to be brought down at about the 12-yard line. And Gibsonburg's going to take a timeout. That'll be their second timeout. So they don't really have this fast-paced offense. Oh no, they don't. They don't use a timeout.
Just rush up to the ball, get one off, spike it, do something, give yourself a couple chances at it, then use that timeout.
And they're going to hand it off. Wagaman off the left side, and he's down to about the 9-yard line. They're going to have to use the timeout here. And that's their final timeout of the first half. Score 27-6. Of course, timeout's brought to you by Hope and Fostoria, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
A little questionable that last minute and a half. Could have came runner-up in the mismanagement pageant. As, again, you got to give yourself a couple more chances at it. Have a little confidence that, you know, you don't need to burn that quick timeout. You can set up on the ball, get a quick play out, either throw one in the dirt, whatever. But you gotta have a little bit of a sense of urgency. That's why I said it's when you get these first downs, they reset the chains. Get that 2-minute offense in there. You should be set up at the. You should be set up at the ball before, you know, the Carters and Bryces are set.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's hard though when you run this type of offense, Tommy. This is not a quick-paced, fast strike offense. This is methodical. They like to methodically work their way downfield. Now, the question is, what do they do here, Tommy? Are they going to run the ball, or are they going to try to throw it into the end zone? Because the logical play, yeah, right here, Camden Mooney rolls off to the right, gets it into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Camden Mooney fires it into the end zone, and what a catch by Grant Dawson for the touchdown for Gibsonburg.
And what a tremendous job by the Golden Bears there. As, you know, again, we talk about the clock management, that last minute and 30 seconds with the ball, getting in scoring position, a run-heavy offense. But right here in the red zone, you see that nice little pass. Waited for the play to develop. You talk about methodical. That was methodical in waiting for that play to develop.
Well, Dawson did a nice job there, kind of boxing out the defender, giving himself the face to give the quarterback that open target.
This gives you breathing room going into the locker room, even though it's going to be stuffed right there by the Blue Wrecking Crew.
Reese Walby on the carry, no good on the 2-point conversion, so it stays 27-12. Just 3 seconds left here in the first half.
Hey, if I'm the Golden Bears, you just kind of want to get out of the half, and you're able to cut the deficit there. Man, that is huge going into the locker room.
Would you even kick it to the return man here, Tommy? No. I wouldn't. I'd kick it right through the back of the end zone. If you got the leg, put it into the end zone. Don't even give him a chance here.
I'm liking this game again, Nate.
Yes, sir.
Golden Bears in a dire situation, able to capitalize. You just got to keep chipping away at this deficit, keep running your offense, because now you have a little bit of breathing room, and most importantly, you got time.
That's right. Time is on your side now.
Even though Calvert, again, you
it is still
out of the end zone.
It's a 2-possession game.
And now that questionable defer to the half becomes all that much more as a genius move, stroke of brilliance, as Calvert will have the ball to come out second half. So if you're the Gibsonburg Golden Bears, you need to make those adjustments on defense going into the half. You need to figure out what you need to do to come out like you did at the start of this game, get a 3-and-out, and be able to get back to work on the offense to cut away at that lead that the Senecas have been able to capitalize on after much deservedly. Again, the Golden Bears kind of gifted the Senecas a lot of these opportunities to be in striking distance.
Wagaman kicks it off, and it'll get back to the return man. Runback picks it off the turf at the 19, and he's going to be swallowed up by a horde of Golden Bears right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be the end of the first half. Your score, Tiffin Calvert 27, Gibsonburg 12. We'll step aside, take a timeout. We'll come back with the halftime show presented by Buckeye IT Services. That's all coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little HUGO'S is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little HUGO'S on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. You're tuned in to the Buckeye IT Services halftime show. 27-12 is your score. Tiffin Calvert on top of the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. We're going to send it down to the field as the Gibsonburg Marching Band is on the field. We'll be back just before the start of the second half, but enjoy the halftime performance brought to you by Buckeye IT Services.
birds. Here is turn, turn, turn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. Victor Welch, the Calvert Marching Band and Color Guard will be performing their movie theme show. First, we will dive into the Marvel Universe with the Avengers theme. The Avengers team made their debut in 1963 with the Avengers #1 comic. The Avengers today are best known for their popular live-action movies. Here is the Avengers theme.
Smith, how are you?
1993 movie was ahead of its time, and the special effects still hold up to today's standards. Composed by John Williams, this timeless soundtrack is still used and enjoyed by many to this day. Enjoy our rendition of Jurassic Park. Show, we take you back to the late 1970s with a dance selection from the hit musical Grease, Born to Hand Jive. Grease is featured as a musical theater performance in high schools and colleges across America every year. Please feel free to dance along with us to Hand Jive. He pulled the 3 of spades and won $75. The pot will continue to grow for the next home game. The athletic department text giveaway fall sports pass on the parent square. And the winner of the athletic pass is Aaron Wolf. Please see AD Adam Smith for the pass. And ladies and gentlemen, in a few minutes, we'll have the winner of the Lady Senecas golf raffle. The Lady Senecas golf team will be pulling a winner and will be announced as soon as possible.
Up in the press box with us on the 1s and 2s, keeping us live. Connor Roush on the main cam tonight. Austin Rodriguez and Eric Hall on the sidelines. Thanks for tuning in here on the Buckeye IT Services halftime show. 27-12 is your score. Tiffin Calvert on top of Gibsonburg. We got about 3.5 minutes before the start of the second half. Tommy, what an exciting first half. And, Tiffin Calvert putting up some points. 14 in the first, 13 in the second quarter. You want to go through the first quarter or the scoring summary for me?
Yeah, absolutely. As again, we want to thank you for joining us here at halftime for Calvert versus Gibsonburg, this SBC River matchup. We talked about coming into tonight, very familiar opponents, really Gibsonburg trying to right the ship of their season, and they didn't do themselves any favors throughout the first 24 minutes of action as blocked punt, a couple miscues, and the special teams allowed Tiffin Calvert to take advantage to where a guy like Cal Warnament, he's just been on fire tonight, starting out the scoring with an 8-yard touchdown rush to put the Senecas up 6-0. But Gibsonburg was able to answer back pretty quickly off the hot hand of Wagaman, who was able to rush for a 2-yard touchdown there to kind of knot things up. But like we talked about, the mental miscues, the blocked punt, the situations where Calvert was given a short field allowed Calvert to get back out in front 12-6 after a Jacob Rombach 2-yard rush. Calvert in that second quarter of action continued their scoring ways with a 21-yard touchdown run by John Schumacher to put the Senecas up 20-6. But again, right before the half, I was sitting there, all had seemed lost, but Coach Wyant and this Gibsonburg squad with just left a minute and 30 left in that half, able to put together a nice drive and capped it off with a 9-yard pass to go to cut that deficit down from 27-6 to just 27-12 going into the half.
Of course, Grant Dawson coming up with that touchdown catch from Camden Mooney, his first touchdown pass of the season. And Tommy, if I'd have told you at the beginning of this one that Tiffin Calvert would be leading by 15, but Gibsonburg would be leading the passing yardage category, would you believe me?
I would not.
Gibsonburg has 30 yards passing, Calvert just 9 on the night so far.
Well, here's the thing, is you normally would look at that stat and you could derive it from, very impressive drives put together by Gibsonburg, but that's really not necessarily the case. It's been the short field that Calvert has been given in the turnover battle with the blocked punts, with the bad punts, with the short field situations. Probably one of the reasons why Calvert hasn't matched in that yardage on the ground category, because they really haven't needed much ground to make up.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here today as we get set for the start of the second half. I want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little Hugo's, 5 Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, CARMIES Barbecue and Grill, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, and Pit Stop. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
I kind of like that. Carmie's?
Carmie's? Yeah.
Gotta get me some Carmie's.
Once again, we're set to start the second half. Tiffin Calvert chose to defer in the opening coin toss, so they will receive here at the start of the second half.
Oh, look at the way that this kicking unit's lined up.
Now, you know, Tommy, when you choose to defer, you're deferring your decision of whether you want to receive or kick. So you could still decide to kick if you wanted to.
Shenanigans.
Wagaman kicks it over to the left side. Ball still on the ground. Hang on. We're going to have to wait to see how this one settles out, but I think Calvert did fall on top of it. They do retain possession, so Senecas will take over at the 35. But, yeah, you're absolutely right, Tommy. A little trickery there on the opening possession there.
Opening kick by the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. A little trickery dock. The
that was a close
bounce
one.
by Calvert. They were able to somehow fall on it. And now Calvert, once again, story of this game, Nate, will start this possession with great field position.
All right, and we're just about set here. It's 1st and 10. Run back, handoff up the middle off the shotgun formation. It gets about 5. Seneca's offense does a nice job of kind of spreading this defense out, and they have to respect the pass, so they have to spread out. And that kind of opens up that running lanes up the middle there for this.
Yeah, how do they just challenge and tackles. Their gap attack is just tremendous in the way that you talk about. Spread them out and then make them respect that and bunch back in.
6-man in the box for Gibsonburg. Schultz back to pass. Directs traffic, slings it out to the left side, completes it to run back. And he's going to be down about the 42-yard line after a tussle between him and Camden Mooney and Cole Owens. Owens, we talked with Coach Joe Wyatt on the coach's corner, and Owens is a team captain, but he had a little bit of an injury come up, and he won't be playing offense for most of this year, but he's going to still play some defense because they need his leadership there at the safety position, and also he's handling the special teams duties in the kicking game. So
We got somebody in the comments here that says they're watching from Salty Springs. Salty Springs, I don't even know where that's at.
And Schultz on the keeper is going to be driven backwards and ridden into the ground by about 4 Golden Bears there. He did gain about 2 yards up to the 39, but it's 2nd down and 8 coming up. Schultz in the first half with 2 of 7 through the air for just 9 passing yards. Senecas were 2 for 6 on 3rd downs and 1 for 3 on 4th downs. Second down and 8. Shotgun set, pistol formation here for the Senecas. 2 men in the backfield with Harrison Schultz. Takes the snap, pitch out to the left. Run back, has some running room. Boy, what a lane he had to run through there, Tommy. Breaks a tackle, and he's out of bounds at the 22. But just what a nice job up front by that big blue wrecking crew.
Traditional zone play by the Calvert squad against a 4-4. I mean,
is that like a zone stretch there? Is that what that
just
was?
Classic football. Classic ground and pound football. Interesting again enough, kind of the football of yesteryear. We talk about those Calvert squad being able to potentially go 5-0 for the first time since 2001 and only doing that 3 times in history.
Actually, they did it again in 2020.
Oh, that's right.
Back during the COVID season. They went 5-0 to start that one as well, but this is just the 3rd time this century as Rumback takes the handoff off the left side, and he's got it down to about the 14-yard line. Another nice pickup there, and another 1st down for Tiffin Calvert.
Most Browns fans still count 2020.
That's right, absolutely. I mean, I know Steelers fans don't, but Austin didn't like that one. The last playoff memory Steelers fans have of Ben Roethlisberger is him crying on a bench. I love it.
She's in for a rough weekend.
She'll be there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Ornament with the handoff off the right side. Nice cutback there as he's got it down to about the 7-yard line. And just more of that, kind of reading that defensive end on that play. As Ornament looked like that was going to be a stretch to the outside, but he decided, no, I'm going to cut this off the inside, cut this off the back of my blocker here. And picks up 7 yards.
And again, coming out here, Gibsonburg backs against the wall, shadow in the shadow of their own goal post.
Schultz to Klaus, and Klaus is into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiffin Calvert. Well, that was a nice little pitch and catch there. As they score from about 7 yards out there.
Just did it so quick.
Yeah.
Just like that. We're just still getting settled in here from halftime. Still getting settled in here for the second half. Next thing you know, boom, nice little toss there. Well-designed play, follows the blocks.
Yeah, those screens, normally they don't work. They only give you about 2 yards, 2 or 3 yards.
But when they do work, man, they're beautiful.
And Schultz keeps it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And the Senecas extend their lead 35-12.
That was a nice one. I think he was untouched, I believe.
Yes. Nice blocking up front there.
Just walks in. Look at that.
The revenue.
Look at Cam Moyer picking up a pancake right there. Get that boy some syrup down there.
Schultz, a Revenant, Leo decapping this drive off with a 2-point conversion.
No.
Don't just see if you do that, you're gonna get me started, and my brain's just gonna.
Now you're just gonna start. It's just all puns for the rest of this broadcast, folks.
Ooh, buddy.
You had to find a way to squeeze in a Bear reference there with the Revenant.
That's good stuff. Yeah. Wanna go ahead and step away real quick while we're.
Yeah, let's do a step away break here as we get set for the kickoff here.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked in to the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Kick here into the middle of the, nice job.
Would have fielded that one.
Fielded by Luke Foster.
Foster picks it up on the run and just takes off with it. Gets a couple yards, but the Golden Bears going to have some decent field position now as they start out at their own 38.
How about them jerseys tonight for Gibsonburg? Those are some clean-looking jerseys.
Oh, I love all
the white
whites.
with the orange, and then stick the black number on there, make it pop. Matches the helmet. That's good stuff.
It's old school. And to me, there's something about the contrast of the black and the white. It just stands out so much. You can tell exactly what the numbers are.
I like that the numbers are the only thing that's black on the uniform.
You ain't going to get any argument out of me after getting to sport some of that sweet Berg swag back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Like me some orange and black.
Wagaman on the carry, and he's got it up to about the 40-yard line for 2 yards.
Speaking of the orange and black of Heidelberg, Nate, who did you say you have on this week on the Coach's Corner?
Oh, Heidelberg's own Scott Donaldson.
Oh, man, that's going to be a great interview.
It always is.
He's always such a good guy to hang around with when the cameras are on, when they're off. He's just a fun guy.
Full of energy.
How strong is that?
2nd down and 8. And Wagaman once again on the carry. One of those quick pitches, I think, is what you want to call that. It's a little pitch to the running back as he makes his way towards that 6 hole there. And a 3rd down and 3 coming up. We'll take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard after this play, as we'll take a look from some of the scores from last night, of course. And Morant on the carry this time. Aiden Morant is going to be stuck and driven backwards in the backfield. No loss, actually. No gain, actually a loss on the play. Well, we lost our scoreboard,
It keeps
Cam.
going in and out for some reason. I'm not sure what happened.
Well, now it was frozen for a second there. It's caught back up now because they had us at 1st and 10, but it was actually 3rd and 3, folks, so I apologize there as Gibsonburg does a tremendous job there.
Well, it wasn't the main cam. That was the scoreboard cam.
Standing tall against the Senecas' powerful offense that was driving to start here, but now.
Yeah, it looks like it froze up again here.
4th down. Mooney slings it out right side. Wagaman with the reception.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's inside Calvert territory down to the 47-yard line. And I'll tell you what, Camden Mooney finding a little bit of a comfort zone in the passing game here tonight, as I think he's almost surpassed his season total for yardage already. He came into tonight with 76 yards passing, and I think he's sitting at right about 40 right now. So 1st and 10, ball at the 47.
Oh,
reverse here as Morant on the carry into the open. 25-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown, Gibsonburg. Aiden Morant takes off from 45 yards out.
Love that play.
And a big touchdown for Gibsonburg, as they needed that one.
Quick pitch.
Nice reverse here by this Gibsonburg offense. Just gave him a different look they hadn't seen yet.
Hand it off here, then hand it over to Morant as he makes his way off the back hip of the tackle, pulling, makes his way to the weak side of the play. What a tremendous play. Oh, man.
I love me some wing tee. I don't know. Zach Dillon doesn't like the wing tee very much. I love me some wing tee. Just something about this offense. That double wing set there, that was nice.
I don't know. Zach Dillon looks like he likes some wings.
Well, yeah, he does like some wings for sure. Owens with the extra point. It is up. It is good, and it is 35-19. Tiffin Calvert. Senecas leading by 16. It's still a 2-possession ball game. 6:03 left to play in the 3rd.
Here's the thing is, 6:03, game's definitely manageable situation. You don't want to get this into a spot where it's too little too late. You have to hold up and cut the Senecas attack down to where once you get the ball back, you're able to capitalize and continue to put points on the board.
Keep talking, Tommy. You don't want to pay those royalties.
Yeah, we ain't paying no broadcast fees here. I like our broadcast to be monetized. Here we go.
Happy Saturday.
Happy days are here again. So let's take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard here, as last night we had quite a few games going on in the area. And, Tommy, there's one team that's really just absolutely steamrolling everybody they're playing right now. Perkins hangs 49 on Bellevue and shuts them out 49-0. The Pirates off to a hot start, 4-0 on the season. Edison Edison on top of Norwalk 28-0. That was a final. Sandusky 62-28 over Vermilion last night. Columbian, as we were here, beat Huron 35-17. Finley on top of Fremont Ross 49-29. As the kickoff is away, fielded by Klaus at the 13-yard line. He's to the 30, to the 35, and he's into the open! To the 40, 35-30, and he is gone! 10-5 touchdown, Calvert. Billy Klaus.
Frustrating.
Wow. And just like that, the Senecas answer back after the Gibsonburg score.
Again, frustrating if you're a Golden Bears fan.
There's a flag.
Uh-oh. Way back there.
Oh, man. Here we go.
What'd you say?
Flag on the play.
This could breathe new life into Gibsonburg.
And back goes the blue as they are marching back to where that flag is. And that might be why he had such an open lane there to take off that side, because
saving
it is a hold against Tiffin Calvert. From the spot of the foul, it'll mark it at about the 21.
For the Gibsonburg Golden Bears, who I continuously get on about these self-inflicted wounds that have pretty much buried them in the 16-point lead.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter and see if he got an angle on that, see if you saw anything that we didn't see. Eric, what happened on that play? Was there a hold?
I didn't see a hold. With it being on the other side of the field and us being down here, I didn't really have an angle at it, but I did see him slow up and wait for that block to develop. Apparently it wasn't a block, though.
Well, it doesn't help that you're wearing sunglasses down there at night, too.
Oh, I ain't got sunglasses on, man. They're up on my head.
And Corey Hart with our sideline report.
Thanks a lot, Eric. Once again, Eric Hall, our sideline reporter.
Well, again, frustrating is the only word for it if you're Gibsonburg, because at one point after that last score, you had this within a 10-point game. And now you continue to put yourself behind the 8 ball.
Well, it doesn't count, Tommy. That was all because of a big old hold. So.
And there's a flag on the play. This one's probably going to be either offsides. Yeah, it's most likely going to be an offsides penalty because they allowed the play to continue. But we'll see who it's on. Yeah, it's going to be against Tiffin Calvert, illegal formation. I think this is only like the 5th penalty I've seen so far today. Yeah, so they just threw one a minute ago. So, yeah, this would be the 5th penalty flag of the game. This one false start on the Senecas. Why didn't they blow that dead?
Right? Maybe they did.
If that was a false start, why didn't they blow it dead?
Interesting.
And Jacob Rumback being helped off the field now. We'll keep our eye on that one. Hopefully he's okay. As his Seneca teammates surround him on the sideline here. Schultz loads it up, slings it out to Klaus. That's complete. Klaus breaks a couple of tackles, stays on his feet.
Who is this kid? He is him.
They might be the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, but he is the Big Blue Wrecking Ball. Good Lord, that was.
I gotta see that one again. That was just impressive. Like Darth Vader used to say, most impressive.
So they get back 8. 5 of the penalty yards and then 3 more yards on top of it.
Klaus,
1,
house
2, 3.
He put that.
Oh,
he knocked that. he knocked
Luke Foster.
Down.
He said, "What train just hit me? Can I get the license plate on that one?"
I mean,
Schultz slings it out. Godfrey on the reception. Whoop! And he's down about the 32-yard line.
I tell you, man, there's shedding tackles, and then there's delivering a hit so hard that you put the defender on the ground. You don't see that every day on wide receiver.
And a pickup of 5 by Godfrey there brings up 3rd down and 2. We'll send it down to Eric Hall after this play because I want to see what's going on with Jacob Rumback as he is standing by on the sideline here. Maybe we'll just get an audio from Eric as Schultz on the keeper is going to pick up the 1st down. And yeah, Eric, I'm just got you on audio right now, but what exactly is going on with Jacob Rumback right now on the sideline? I don't think he can hear me. Eric, do you have an update on Jacob Rumback? Nope, he must not have me.
So we can definitely hear him.
Oh, because he's got Austin with one of his earbuds in, and he goes too far away from her, and then they disconnect. Yeah, that's what. That's what.
One of them might be hearing us, but the other one isn't.
Harrison Schultz in the gun on 1st and 10.
Oh, nice. Uh-oh.
And a handoff. And the ball came out, and I think Gibsonburg may have it. They do. Golden Bears come up with the football as Warnament coughs it up at about the 42-yard line. We'll get a replay here, brought to you by CARMIES Barbecue and Grill.
And the captain, Sam Hansen, I believe, helps cough this one out of Warnament's hands to get the turnover here.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely, right there.
He definitely punched that ball, and he
as 21 there. That was Luke Foster coming in to pop that one out of there.
That was big time right there.
Huge play for the Golden Bears.
The turnover now, a lot of things unraveling for the Senecas as
And this is Cole Owens on the carry, as we were told in the coach's corner that this young man probably wasn't going to play offense tonight, but
yeah, things change sometimes, you know. They got a kid that's on the sideline right now.
And Schumacher is down on the play after going down. He was really upset with Owens about something that happened during that play. I think Owens might have maybe delivered an extracurricular towards the end of the play or something. I'm not sure. I don't know what exactly happened. I'm not trying to insinuate anything, but Schumacher was not very happy about it.
Not allowed to do extracurriculars.
None of that.
Normal amount of curriculars.
Just curriculars. As Morant on the carry once
Same play
again.
they scored with.
And they pick up big yardage down inside the 30 to the 28.
And again, that same counter trap that out of that wing that put 6 on the board earlier for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. And like we talked about, Senecas here, even with 35-19 lead, starting to unravel after the turnover. And Gibsonburg, you feel the winds of change, and Uncle Mo starting to creep his way over to the Golden Bears side of things.
Morant on the carry. He's going to be swallowed up in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Carter Cook in there to make the stop initially as Cal Warnament comes in to clean him up.
Well, fool me once, get a touchdown. Fool me twice, get about 8 yards. Fool me, try to fool me a third time. I might be able to finally get a read on that.
Well, and if you're Coach Joe Wyatt, you keep running it until they stop it, you know. That's
well, here's the thing, Nate. Again, you get the turnover points off turnovers. We always talk about how important that is. But each bite at the apple starts to become less if you're the Gibsonburg Golden Bears and you're trying to make up ground here late in the game.
And that's Owens on the carry, and he's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. Logan DeMoss on the stop for Tiffin Calvert.
Logan DeMoss giving the toss. Did the ball carrier.
Tackle for loss by Logan DeMoss. No, we keep doing this all day, Tommy.
Cole Owens.
They call it.
Yeah, you talked about his play-by-play kind of, you know, we talk touch and go in his playing time here tonight, mainly on the defensive side of things. Looked to as an offensive weapon, but like you talked about, hasn't been utilized in such a way due to injuries, and unfortunately, you might be seeing some of those injuries creeping their way here for Owens. So we're going to keep an eye on this.
Well, and as we remember from last year, he was dealing with I think he was coming off of an ACL repair last year, so he didn't really play a whole lot. He was just handling special teams unit last year. He really didn't play a whole lot of defense or offense. They really just wanted to kind of ease him back into playing. And then this year he re-aggravated. I don't know if he re-aggravated. I don't want to insinuate, but maybe there was another injury that happened, and they're just taking it cautious here with this young man because this is a senior season, but he's a very talented young man, and they want to make sure that he's 100% healthy before coming out here. And it just looks like he's still struggling a little bit trying to work his way back from injury. So hopefully he's okay.
But just like that, 1 minute and 38 seconds left here in the third quarter. You're chasing that 16-point lead. You got to convert here on 3rd and 14.
Morant on the pitch, and he's going to be stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what play was that, Tommy?
As looks like Connor Moyer in on the stop there for Tiffin Calvert.
Well, Morant got himself a little helping of some of that Chef Moore RD on the stop.
Big Cam Moyer had like 4 tackles in the first half. Now Connor getting some stops here. Fourth and 12. Golden Bears going to go for it. 1:03 left here in the third quarter.
I think you got to. You were gifted the turnover.
I think Tommy just always wants to go for it no matter what.
Absolutely.
He's a go for it guy.
Morant in motion. They're going to give it to Morant. Now a little reverse. Now some trickery as they're trying to throw it out on the right side, on the left side. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by Aiden Morant!
It's going to go for a score. The Golden Bears capitalize off the Calvert turnover
on 4th and 12
to 6.
Wow!
And a huge touchdown.
I mean, how about the play that they drew up there for that one? They'll hand off the reverse, and then I was like, is he going to throw it? And sure enough, set his feet, stopped, and then and then the ball's up in the air for a good minute there, and you kind of like, Where's it going to come down at? The
Yeah.
defender's in position. Just a great job by the receiver there to go up and high point that one and take it.
I don't know too many flea flickers with extra steps, but I mean, they unloaded there.
We got to see that one again.
Aiden Morant, his second touchdown of the game.
And he had 2 defenders just barreling down on him when he let go.
Oh, he just went up and high pointed that one.
Love it.
What a play by Morant, and the 2-point conversion is no good. So it stays a 2-possession ball game. A 10-point lead for Tiffin Calvert with 44 seconds left here in the third. But that's a big stop for that defense right there. Stopping them on that 2-point conversion means that Gibsonburg, they got to come up with 2 scores here.
Yeah, it's a big time difference there. You get that 2-point conversion, and you're within 8. You just got to score one more time. Now you've got to score, and then you've got to get the ball back, and you've got to put up points again, all while stopping the Senecas from scoring again.
That's about the best case scenario for a defense to come away after allowing a 4th and 12 to convert for a touchdown by the Golden Bears to continue to allow them to hang around. And that first half, self-inflicted wounds, they miscues by the Golden Bears, allowed Calvert to get out early and build on a lead. And now here in the second half, turnabout being fair play, where the Golden Bears have really capitalized off of some Senecas injuries, some of these bad situations to where the Calvert Senecas coughed the ball up, turnovers. Now this one, 10-point ball game, 44 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Big time score for Gibsonburg, but unable to convert on the 2.
Well,
and
we're in week 5, but your season's on the line here.
Absolutely.
It really is. You're playing against a state-ranked opponent in the Senecas. You've went through the meat grinder against high-caliber teams. You get a win here, play spoiler on the road against the Senecas. You give yourself a shot at it to finish this season 7-3 and give yourself contention in a very tough playoff bracket.
Klaus on the return brings it up to about the 30-yard line. That's where the Senecas will take over for their next offensive possession.
Man, Klaus keeps hitting people like that. Nobody's going to want to be the first one to make contact with him.
Yeah, again, the house of Klaus brings you to your knees and makes a believer out of everybody that gets in its way. But,
boy, they say he's listed at 195. I'd like to put him on a scale, make sure, because that kid looks a little bit bigger than 195.
Yeah, ain't often you see 195 moving bodies like that.
Right. I mean, they're saying he's only 30 pounds heavier than Harry. Come on now. Really? Senecas take over at the 29-yard line.
That offensive line is...
I think it looks like they're fixing the chain over there.
Well, they didn't fix that from last week?
They're always having issues with
Didn't they have a problem with that last week?
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure this is the same equipment they've had down here forever. And I'm telling you, even way back in the Youth Football League, we were having issues with these chains getting they get kinked up and stuff, and then they got to redo, get it all straight.
Well, what do we got to do? Who's the booster we got to feed here to get us a digital down marker down there? Because I see them at other schools. How much do one of these cost? It can't be that much. Athletic Booster.
That's good.
Let's do a fundraiser for him and get him some new downsticks. Little pitch out to the left side. Rumback on the carry.
Wow. Move there.
Wow. What a move by Jacob Rumback. Buries his head forward, and he's going to take it out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That's good enough for Seneca's first down, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments.
Arm tackles aren't going to do it for you.
No.
They really won't, as you got a little bit of penetration there by that defensive front, but being able to come through in the face of the defenders and make it up to that next level.
And I just love there at the end of that run, instead of just kind of whimpering out, you saw him throw his shoulder into that one. You know, he ain't going to take me down easy. He ain't going to stop me easy. I'm not going to stop for you.
Schultz in the pistol, takes the snap. Looking, pump fake, now throws it down the left sideline. He's got Schumacher down the field. Oh, what a play by Aiden Morant. Step for step with John Schumacher. And Morant really, I mean,
he's really single-handedly in this second half has taken this game over himself to give his squad a chance.
Now, do you got to give Schumacher some credit there for making sure that one wasn't picked off? It looked like he got his hand in there, too, to make sure. A great job there to make sure that the defender doesn't come down with that one if you're not coming down with it.
Absolutely, Greg. It's talk about keeping your head on a swivel. It's one thing to not come up with the play, but to continue to play in that situation as Schumacher make sure that one doesn't turn into another turnover for the Seneca offense.
Pistol formation, 3 receivers, handoff, Warnament off the right side, patiently works his way through the line and picks up about 4 up to the 46-yard line. And you're right about Aiden Morant. He really has taken over this ball game for the Golden Bears here in the second half. When we come back, it'll be 3rd down and 6. That's the end of the third quarter. Tiffin Calvert leading 35-25 over Gibsonburg. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here in Heart of Ohio Sports. Start of the fourth quarter sees Tiffin Calvert leading 35-25. They have the possession at the 46-yard line, facing a 3rd and 6. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, after this. Once again, 3rd down and 6. Pistol formation here for the Senecas. 1 receiver set. A little bit of a power look here for Tiffin Calvert. And this time a pitch out to the right side for run back. He's got plenty of room to the 40, 35, to the 30, cuts back, and he is gone. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. And once again, should I just say I'm going to send it down every play? Like, wow.
I was watching Eric in the other camera there, and I could just see him. He was just like, see? Look.
Well, Eric wasn't able to get us an update on Rombach, but we got the update right there.
Eric, are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Wow. All right, Eric. After that play, I'm sure the energy went up a little bit, but before that, I mean, 10-point lead. Are things getting a little nervous down there? Or?
You know,
he must be too far out
down here.
You got to get it. There we go.
You got me?
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Yeah, it started getting a little worrisome down here, but you were going to throw it down to me, so that's just the golden ticket for a touchdown, man. So
we're 3 for 3 so far here today on that one. So
it's unreal, man.
I seem to have a knack for that. I don't know.
How's that sideline energy down there right now after that big play?
Oh, it's awesome now, man. Me and Austin blew up because we knew that you were going to send it down, and we were like, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, man.
And there he went.
You keep that energy up down there with him, man.
That's right. Once again, our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, down there with Austin Rodriguez, doing a great job tonight, both of them. Austin's getting some awesome shots down there.
Did you just say some
Connor,
awesome?
some awesome shots. And Connor Roush,
awesome shots.
Mr. Details on it tonight on the camera, doing a phenomenal job. It's just nice having the A-team together for tonight, you know?
Nothing against any of our other camera crew, but if you could just give me a handful of Connors, I tell you what, this kid nails it.
He knows what we want. He knows what we're looking for.
He was like one of the first to join up with us last year when we started all this, and he's eager to learn, and he's just gotten better and better with every game. Can't tell him how much we appreciate him.
And for a guy who has as many, I mean, he's got so many responsibilities. He owns his own business. I mean, constantly taking customers in. And Roush Detailing, one of the premier detail spots in Seneca County. But, I mean, he's so busy all the time, it still makes time for us. That's the thing. Like, he wants to do this. He wants to be a part of this.
What are you talking about? My bike's dirty. You didn't make no time for me. Oh, you mean for the business? For the business.
Well, he's going to be cleaning the business car on Monday. I got an appointment. I got to take it in there. So
good, because I'm going to give him the business here in about 2 seconds if you don't get that car cleaned up.
Well, you gave him business this morning, but he wasn't there about not cleaning it before the parade. It's like, I thought you were going to clean this before the parade.
I thought Connor was cleaning this car up.
Well, once again, Golden Bears take over at the 47-yard line.
We got here a nice little shifty formation.
Yeah, 2 guys in motion. Now they're going to hand it off. Wagaman on the carry.
Whew.
And that defensive line was right there to make the stop.
That line, yeah, it's just not playing.
As Cameron Moyer was one of the first ones to get there. Carter Wolf able to clean him up as well, and Carter Cook in there. Just a host of Senecas on the play.
Had my camera there for a second and went back off.
Yep, sideline cam is out. Wait.
Should be coming back, huh?
I think she might be replacing the battery. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, replacing the
Sling
battery.
out. Oh, what a hit! Ball on the ground!
I was just going to say.
And they're going to say Gibsonburg come up with a football at about the 50-yard line, but what a hit!
Yeah, we're going to see that again. Wow. Talk about hits delivered. Whew. Look at this. Nice little tosser. Nice little toss, but watch this. Boom!
Boom!
The ball fell out right there, and I think it
Sit
went out
down.
of bounds there. Goodness.
Big-time hit by Billy Klaus.
That big-time touchdown on the Seneca's last drive. I mean, frustration starts to mount.
Hit him with the hit stick.
You got to make something happen on this drive, especially on this 3rd and 6. You need to convert if you're the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. As they're just going to run it right up the gut, and they're going to be able to push ahead.
He's going to be short,
He's
but
still on his feet driving.
Just a couple yards short.
You talk about second effort. They're probably going to be about 2 yards short as to where they would have been 4 or 5 yards short there without that second burst there.
It's like a second effort for me when I try to choke down Brooks Meatloaf. But this has just been tough to swallow if you're the Golden Bears. Is that last touchdown drive by the Senecas really continues to put the Golden Bears in a precarious position as time's starting to become the enemy with 9:50 remaining, trying to make up ground after having this at a 10-point game.
Mooney's going to pass. He slings it out to the left side. That's Wagaman on the reception. They have the first down. Nice open field tackle there by Cal Warnament, but boy, I tell you what, Spencer Wagaman really has done a nice job filling in for Grant Smith since his absence back in the first quarter.
That absence could be missed here on the field for sure, as these long sustained drives by the Golden Bears has just only yielded them 25 points as they're trying to make up ground and head it down to a 10-point ball game.
And Reese Walby on the carry.
Look at that carry by Walby.
Nice cut back there by Walby. And you got to think they're really missing Smith, but not just on the offensive side. Tommy, he's also their starting middle linebacker as well as a freshman. Those are big shoes to fill.
This should be a fourth and a cat's breath.
No, that's going to be second down, but he's just short of the first down. They converted the fourth right before that one, but yeah. He just one down off. But yeah, that was almost a whole nother first down right there. He ran for 9 on that one.
2nd and 1.
Oh, this shot. All right,
hand
in your
off.
living room. Handoff up the gut.
And that'll be good for a first down. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. They move it to the 25-yard line. We're down to 8:37 left to play in the ball game.
Yeah, let's him haul around.
And the Golden Bears really got to have a little bit of sense of urgency here.
They know that I need time to play my graphics. They're just giving me my time.
As it is a 3-possession ball game right now, Tommy. It's a 17-point lead, so
again,
you need to score 3 times in 8 minutes and 22 seconds.
I mean, you can't start really chastising right now as you got about one drive to run your actual offense.
Yeah,
and they're using that to try to cut down this deficit. Then you can kind of go into the hurry up, but that one's going to be stopped.
Just a 1-yard gain there. Stop on the play by number 52. Sam Morgan and Cam Bajan also in on the play. Second down and 9 coming up here. We'll take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard.
It's a little different on a Saturday night.
It is, because there's no games. These are all from last night. We talked about...
We haven't been on a Saturday night call. It was high school in a minute.
I know, it's nice. Little handoff, Wagaman, and no running room there. He maybe got a yard. Clyde, go ahead.
Just letting the play clock get down to 8 to where you're trying to get on the ball here. You just allowed almost 30 seconds to elapse here just to get a yard, and now you're facing 3rd and 8.
Well, it's taken a minute and a half just to run those last 2 plays, Tommy. Clyde beat Port Clinton last night 35-13. I'm sure Austin loves hearing that. Hopewell Loudon dispatched Lakota 39-7. Winford beat Mohawk 41-21. We'll be covering the Warriors next week over in Upper Sandusky. That one should be a shootout. As Mooney slings it out to the right side, completes it to Wagaman, and he'll have the first down right at the 15-yard line is where they'll bring him down. Well, that should be good enough for the first down. And I think Eric has an update on what Jacob Rumback's dealing with now, if we want to check in with him on the sideline. Eric, you say you know a little bit about what Jacob's dealing with. What's going on?
Yeah, Nate, I've heard that he's been dealing with a little bit of an upset stomach all day. So I heard Coach Reeser talking to him earlier, saying him he wants to get him in the game as much as he can, but he wants to protect him too. So he's out there now. He seems to be okay, but he keeps taking his knees and getting his breath back, and hopefully he can finish this game. He's a beast, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you have it. Good insight there from our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as Rumback's dealing with a little bit of a stomach issue. Tommy, I will say, Isaac told me.
I was going to say, didn't you tell me there was maybe a little stomach bug going around this
well,
week there?
That, and Isaac told me that they had their Feed the Team last night. They usually have it on a Thursday, but they had it last night. And then this morning, they had a they usually feed all the kids for breakfast.
So it's not a stomach bug, it's just a full stomach.
I was going to say, maybe he's just got a full belly with sausage gravy floating around in there, and he's like, oh.
I mean, they feed them boys good.
They really do.
Over here at that Calvert, so.
Mooney looking to pass. Rolls to his left. He's going to take off, and he's going to be cut down. Carter Cook with a big stop at the 15-yard line.
Putting in the work there. The big man just chasing him down, and great job of staying with that one and finishing, chasing him down to the outside.
Talk about having a full stomach. Cook cooks him on that one to chase him down after Morant had an open chance at it, and instead quarterback decides to tuck it and run. Able to get out of bounds, though, I believe, didn't he?
Timeout called here by Gibsonburg. Of course, timeout's brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. Let's step aside real quick, take a little break here.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
And we're back here. Frost-Kalnow Stadium, 5:49 left to play in the ball game. Tiffin Calvert leading 42-25. Gibsonburg has it at the 15-yard line. 3rd and long coming up here. Folks, don't forget Buckeye IT Services. They're a trusted partner for IT solutions in Northwest Ohio, serving customers with commercial, residential, and municipal needs. They work with you to tailor a solution of best practices and new state-of-the-art equipment to eliminate IT pain for your business. Visit BuckeyeIT.com to schedule your initial consultation today. 3rd and 10. Little handoff. No, they're going to fake the handoff. Pitch out option. And Morant is hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss, as that one had no chance. Just a little bit too much trickery on that one, and the defense was not having any of it.
It's a great job by the defense there to snuff that one out, especially those option plays, so hard to defend.
There were two different.
And look at the way they spread out there and covered the whole side.
Dickory, Doc. Warneman on the stop on a 4th and 16 now.
What? And they're going to line up for a field goal here. As Cole Owens, we know he's got a leg on him. This will make it a 2-possession ball game, though.
Make it 14-point.
Owens gets it off.
I
It's
think he got a piece
blocked.
of that, yeah.
John Schumacher gets a piece of it, and the Senecas will take over. What a play by Schumacher as he zooms in off the right side, right past the blocker. And he's been close on a couple of them tonight.
Yes, way to get in there. Boom.
Did he get a piece of that? I think he
Pretty
did,
sure he
yeah.
because that'd be a weird trajectory for the kick to come off somebody's
Yeah,
foot like that.
for sure.
Losing momentum and flopping down like that, but yeah. I
Somebody
think
got a
he
piece
must
of
have
it.
just got a fingertip or something on it. Just enough to stop it. That's all you need.
Make sure you stick around for the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game brought to you by Little HUGO'S. 3 receiver set. Schultz, handoff, run back on the carry. Breaks a couple of tackles, has it down to about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line before he's brought down by a host of Golden Bears.
Was Golden Bears, is that cereal?
It's golden.
Makes me so hungry.
I think about the same thing every time. I always get these two cereals confused. There's like the names. I think is like Golden Crisp. I think it's Golden Crisp has the bear.
You're thinking
on
of
it.
Smacks.
No, that's the frog.
That's the frog.
That's the frog,
Yeah,
Snacky Frog.
There's a
Golden
bear one.
Grams.
Golden Grams is a cereal.
I think that's like a weird Tasmanian looking thing, but I think it's just called Golden Crisp.
Yeah.
It's a monkey.
No.
Warnament on the carry, bounces it to the outside. Oh, what a move by Warnament to the 40, 45, 50, cuts it inside, and he's down at about the 43. But what a move by Cal Warnament to spring him for another 20 yards. We get a replay on that. That was just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
What an open field move by Cal Warnament.
Talk about some cereal
Look
here.
at this.
Cal Warnament.
Right here. Watch this.
Gets that man some milk.
Go. Woo-hoo, man. The young man's going to need some new ankles after that.
I need some milk.
It is. Golden Crisp. Yeah, it's a bear. Is that a bear?
Yes, that's a bear. Look at him. What else would that be?
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's coming back. So it was a nice play. Beautiful play by Warnament, but there was a reason why he had so much running room, evidently. 4:07 left to play in the ball game. Senecas have it. 2nd and 9 now after the holding penalty. 4 receivers set. Schultz in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Looking. Steps up. Delivers it over the middle. Schumacher with the reception at the first down. He's got it to the 35 and down to the 38-yard line. John Schumacher picks up the first down on 2nd and 9.
Oh, there he is, picking up the first down.
Yes, sir. He's telling you all about it.
Catching Schumacher on an island, leaving the defense confused as much as why a Golden Bears school's colors are orange.
Big first down there. Calvert just methodically running this one out. Trying to take this one, put it in the wing column, and call it a good Saturday night here.
Handoff up the middle. Jamison Godfrey on the carry to the 50, and he's down to the 48-yard line inside Golden Bear territory. And Godfrey, with his second carry of the ball game, has a couple of nifty little plays so far.
Really think that blocked field goal kind of was the banana peel when you have one foot in the grave, Greg, and you're trying to cut this down to a 10-point ball, or try to cut this down to a 2-possession ball game.
Godfrey on the handoff, and he's got it up to about the 47, maybe a yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 8.
I'm still stuck on the cereal thing. I'm over here laughing because Nate said, "Is that a bear?" And I forgot the mascot's name is Sugar Bear. Yes, it's absolutely.
Speaking of Sugar Bear, I think he just got in on the game.
The big 78, is that who you talk about?
Oh, yeah.
Lucas Heminger, 6'4", 405.
Say that again.
Schultz slings it out, right side, completes it to Schumacher. Breaks the tackle and gets it close to the first down marker. They'll have about a yard to go on third down.
Schumacher got mad. Got mad because Schumacher rifled that ball to the official. We're going to get a replay of that.
I don't think I caught that one.
Down to 1:30 to play. 3rd and 1.
Kind of cool seeing Godfrey in the backfield there.
Yeah. Shotgun formation. Play clock down to 5. Schultz takes the snap. Handoff. No, he's going to keep it. Off the right side. He's got the first, and he buries his shoulder forward and picks up the first down.
And then pops right back up.
Did you see Big 75 fall on him at the end of the play, and he's just like, whatever. Done. Here, take the ball. You can see a little frustration on the Gibsonburg side because they're not used to losing this game very often.
The whole game's frustration.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough team. It's a smart team.
Yeah.
It's a hard-fighting team. And, yeah, losses don't come in bunches for a team like that. So
no.
It's kind of new territory for them.
Well, you also think
Just a young
about the bright spot that you had coming off of that 101-3 coming in tonight, if there is such a thing, as they held
Tommy's favorite formation.
Oh, yeah, the victory formation.
That should be the final.
Gibsonburg, limited high-powered Hopewell Loudon just to 25 a week ago, had the Senecas on the ropes, but what can you say about the Senecas offense? Just explosive execution, able to put drives together and put opponents away, and one of the reasons why this Seneca squad is about to climb to 5-0.
Yeah, you're right, Tommy. Unlike my jalopies of vehicles, these Senecas are firing on all cylinders.
And they're holding it together. And that's the end of the ball game. Final play, and the final score is 42-25. Tiffin Calvert moves on to 5-0 for the 3rd time this century. And the Senecas will move on next week and look to continue that undefeated streak as the Gibsonburg Golden Bears fall to 1-4 on the season. All right, we're going to step aside, take a timeout. We'll be back after this with the Your Legacy Federal Credit Union post-game show, where we'll have our player of the game brought to you by Little HUGO'S. That's coming up next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go, Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little HUGO'S is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today, take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little HUGO'S on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, and we're back here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. We've got the Wizard, Greg Kinn, on the ones and twos, Connor Roush on the main cam, and Austin Rodriguez and Eric Hall down on the sidelines. But I think we have our player of the game joining us, if we can get somebody to unlock the door here.
Well, first, let's go ahead and step into the postgame.
Yeah, postgame show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, one of our proud presenting sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And we have our player of the game. You want to get over here, young man, so we can see you in the camera. There we go. John Schumacher. How we doing, John?
Great.
What a ball game. What a ball game. I mean, 42 points on Gibsonburg. This has got to feel good for you guys, because this is one of those games where every year it's like, you know, you might be good, but can you beat Gibsonburg? And that's always that mark that, you know, you got to get over that hump. That's a big win for you guys tonight.
Yes, sir, it is.
So talk about this performance here tonight. You had a rushing touchdown. You had a blocked field goal, a couple of catches. Big-time performance by you here tonight. What were you? What was your mindset going into this one?
Well, it's a personal one for Coach Reese, obviously, coming from there. But we also know that can't take no one lightly. We knew coming in this we had to play together, play hard, play fast. And it got sloppy at times, but the big guys up front, they came together. They pushed us forward. Cal, Romby, getting them as many yards as they can. We just have a great team all around.
You talk about you know, kind of coming out and being a little sloppy in that second half, and owing up to that. There was a point in this game where Gibsonburg started to nip at the heels and get this back within a 10-point deficit, and then got it back into a manageable situation when the game's on the line, where they want to put this game back on with that field goal. They marched the field goal unit out there. If they make the field goal, it's a true two-possession ball game. What's the coach telling you, or what's going through your guys' mind seeing them line up for the field goal attempt and you coming up big and being able to get a stop, which I truly marked as the, but you know, tripping on the banana moment while your other foot's in the grave moment of this game, to where I really feel like that was the pivot point to one of the reasons why you're standing with us, is that just a great, tremendous effort to get in there and get a stop. So what was going through your head during that play, or what was the coach telling you?
Well, obviously it was nice to hear my name called, but it's not just one guy. You got 10 other guys out there with me, pushing, doing their assignment. Lets me get to the outside, lets me get in there. So props to my guys. And honestly, none of us can do it without each other. So
I like that. That's good. That's leader talk right there. Now, you were close on a couple of them earlier. Is that something you saw in their special teams coverage, maybe on film, where you might be able to have a shot at one of these tonight?
Well, when we're watching film, it's coaches kind of leave us just in there and discuss ourselves, and we like to talk and figure out what we're going to do. And obviously, you know, maybe this week it's me, maybe it's this week doing what needs to be done, but next week it's Cal, Carter, Logan DeMoss, any guy who can step up. Yeah, it's just not a singular performance.
Absolutely. Well, it's a big-time performance for you tonight, young man. And for that, you get a $10 gift card to Little HUGO'S. Now, what's your go-to? When you go to Little HUGO'S, what do you got to get?
I'm a simple man. I like my chocolate peanut butter shake.
Ooh, chocolate peanut butter shake? I'm going to have to go with that, man. I haven't tried that. That sounds good. So, any shout-outs? Anybody you want to shout out here?
Obviously, my whole entire team pushing in practice. Coach Lightning, all the coaches, family, get me right, put my head in it. Can't do it without any of them, so all
Now,
them.
was that your first rushing touchdown?
Oh, yeah.
How'd that feel?
I mean, it felt great. It was really great. I saw the Red Sea parted, and I'm looking right in front of me, and there's Lucas Recker, solo verse 4, went right off his right butt cheek and snuck in.
Sounds like you've been watching some Heart of Ohio sports. As once again, I know that Little HUGO'S about the closest thing that you could get to the sweet taste of victory that you guys had here tonight. So we want to thank you once again for being named our player of the game and giving us your time. We're going to go ahead and let you celebrate with your teammate. But again, our player of the game, Little HUGO'S player of the game.
Thank you, guys.
John Schumacher, what a performance here tonight by not only him, but the entire Tiffin Calvert Senecas squad. So thanks again, young man. Appreciate your time. Good times. Good performance here tonight by the Senecas as they put on a show and light up the scoreboard. 42-25 is your final score. And, you know, Tommy, we talked about this game being that measuring stick game every year for Tiffin Calvert. This year was a little bit different. You know, Gibsonburg, a little bit of a younger team this year, growing, still learning about themselves, still kind of trying to find their identity. So it's still a big win for Tiffin Calvert. But I don't think this is quite the measuring stick that you want to measure yourself up against. You know, they still got a couple of big tests down the road as they work their way into SBC River play. Now, Tommy, what's your impression of this win here tonight?
You're gonna take everybody's best shot, especially when you're coming in tonight 4-0 and you're state ranked. So Tiffin Calvert, they still have some huge opponents ahead of them. The strength of their schedule isn't so much behind them as still ahead of them. So Tiffin Calvert, again, remain humble, remain focused on the mission at hand as you continue to just rack up wins after a huge win against Gibsonburg. You look down the stretch here, St. Joseph Central Catholic, who's 0-5. You got a team. You got a matchup against Margaretta at home, who's 3-2. Woodmore 1-4, Willard 4-1, and then of course to round out your season, Hopewell Loudon 5-0 currently. And you know, again, can you believe we're already halfway through the regular season of the high school schedule?
Unreal.
So this season can still, you know, there's still a lot of football left. The story, the situations can change as we get ready for that huge Week 10 matchup, but we look week to week right now as we continue to bring you the top matchups in the area. So once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube page. Do us a favor, share the video. Do whatever you can to promote and help support Heart of Ohio sports, because that's one of the ways that we're able to bring you these broadcasts to you each and every week, live and paywall free. And it was a treat here tonight for this one, as we have a strong contingent over in Gibsonburg, so we can't thank them enough for tuning in and supporting Heart of Ohio sports over the last couple years. And of course, our Senecas faithful, another huge win as the Senecas move on to 5-0 for the first time since the 2020 campaign, and only for the fourth time in school history.
Well, for all you Gibsonburg fans, here in 2 weeks, we'll be right over there in your neck of the woods. Actually, we'll be over in Kansas as you guys are taking on the Lakota Raiders. We'll be there September 29th to cover that one with our Extreme coverage. So make sure you tune in for that one if you're a Golden Bears fan. we try to keep that coverage coming.
Or just a Hoos fan.
That's absolutely right. Once again, I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors for allowing us to be here. And before we do that, let's run through some of the stats from this one real quick. Overall, Tiffin Calvert had 30 carries for 265 yards, just 70 yards through the air. They actually were outgained by Gibsonburg tonight through the air, 87-70. Not something you see very often.
It just doesn't seem right.
But they did. But Calvert outgained them on the ground with 19 less carries. So 30 carries for 265 yards. Gibsonburg had 49 for 223. So that's a pretty telling stat right there.
Telling is the exact word I was just going to use, Nate.
Now, Calvert was 8 for 14 through the air for those 70 yards. Camden Mooney was 7 of 10 for 87 yards. He had 2 touchdowns through the air, just 1 interception. They did lose a fumble in the game as well. Tiffin Calvert, 1 touchdown through the air, no interceptions, but 1 fumble lost. 4 penalties for 34 yards for the Senecas, 2 for 10 for the Gibsonburg Golden Bears. The Senecas were 5 of 9 on third downs. Golden Bears are 5 of 13 on third downs and 3 of 4 on fourth downs tonight. And at time of possession, Gibsonburg 30 minutes and 18 seconds, and Tiffin Calvert 16 minutes and 29 seconds. So it is a very closely contested game in the stat sheet, but on the scoreboard, Tiffin Calvert comes away with a victory, and a lot of that is because of that short field they were able to find themselves in multiple times here tonight, thanks to that big defensive performance by the Senecas.
Short field and capitalizing off the opportunities they were given.
Absolutely.
Another victory for the Senecas here tonight.
All right, we're gonna thank our sponsors one more time before we wrap things up here at Frost-Kalnow Stadium. We want to thank Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, and XCARET Mexican Restaurant, our presenting sponsors here tonight. Also want to thank Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lease Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, Klaus Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, CARMIES Barbecue and Grill, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, Burns Electric, and Pit Stop. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. All right, folks, once again, your final score, Tiffin Calvert 42, Gibsonburg 25. That's going to do it for us. We're going to wrap things up. Don't forget, we got the Dog Pound Press Box on Monday right here on Heart of Ohio Sports as the Browns take on the Steelers. Monday Night Football right here on the pulse of the Buckeye State, and then the Coach's Corner Tuesday night live from Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. All right, that's going to do it for Tommy Hall, Greg Kinn, Connor Roush, Austin Rodriguez, and Eric Hall. I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Frost-Kalnow Stadium. Once again, thanks for tuning in here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a good night, everybody.